yo. Y'all ready for this? Yo. Y'all ready for this? What up, dog? What up, dog? All my homies, what up, dog? Yo. What up, dog? All my homies in the D, what up, dog? Yo. What up, dog? I'm getting blazed in my hood, no doubt. Drink in a stop, watch the sunset. Keep the yo's wet, drop top, convertible vet. Coming through like a bat out of hell. Crash my joint like Latrell Sprewell. Same song, different story. No joke, cause I ain't Joe Torre. My territory is ill like that. Brothers kill like that. Apartment 3, blaze gang, keep it real like that. Microphone check, enough respect. When I'm pulling out my 30-round tech, you should've kicked down my cash with your punk guy. Armageddon, amen. See all my homies united. We keep the shows excited. Player haters not invited in my domain. Peace to all my brothers locked down, ball and chain. I keep it hot like 3 spots on Seneca and Burlingame. Now what you wanna do? Cause some of you brothers are snitches too. I represent my west side and my east side crew. So no Crystal, we break through, yo. What up, though? To all my homies at the liquor store, what up, though? To all my dogs at Belial, what up, though? To all my homies at All Stars, what up, though? To all the brass Keith, what up, though?
Detroit City,
what up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Just watch your back in our town because Detroit streets are full of crime. And everybody ball at Northland Mall. Spend 100 here, G there. My brothers beware, cause Highland Park is the spot. Thugs don't play fair. Live the corrupts, took you for a bird and a half. I'm cracking 40 ounce, walking down Dexter Ave. Detroit, young niggas walking they pits. Step in the brass key, ghetto queen shaking them hips. Too many po-pos at fofos. There's a hit loose deli. Call up a trick from the celly. And run game helly. We bang women like we used to. Every day we get paid. Peace to my dogs in the Brewster projects. Best to duck from all them heavy metal objects. When they jet, won't be no fingerprints of suspects. Barbecue blaze by the PA. 7 mile dogs in their face. Get paid for days. Got much love to the biggest mile in the city. My homies, they make my stonies. What up, dog? To all my homies in Southwest. What up, dog? To all my dogs in Inktown. What up, dog? To all my homies on the east side. What up, dog? To all my dogs on the west side. What up, dog?
Detroit City,
what up, dog? What up, dog? What up, dog? I'm just your broke petty nigga from around the way. Slang a little bit of D, clock a G a day. Mama looking at a brother like you lost your mind. You remind me of your daddy back in 69. The sun don't shine, spinning G's down at the grind. I'm just a city cat, pushing a convertible light. Me and my homie Norm, blue back, cruising down Mac. Ain't nothing changed, homie. Brothers frontin' like they don't know me, cause they owe me the pesos. Don't make me catch a case, foes, mad beans. My clock, grizz ball means my dogs pulling their heaters from their Tommy Hill jeans. Crack a 40 ounce and bounce, smoke up out. Big booty chicks walk around through Greek town. I keep my city live. Detroit the strong survive. But thugs used to beat bust back in 85. Yo. What up, though? To all my homies on the east side. What up, though? To all my dogs in your win. What up, though? To all my homies in apartment 3. What up, though? To all my dogs on the west side. What up, though?
Detroit City,
what up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? To all my dogs in New York. What up, though? To all the in Atlanta. What up, though? To all my homies in Cali. What up, though? To all the in Tennessee. What up, though? To all my dogs in Chi-Town. What up, though? To all my in Ohio. What up, though? To the in the dirty side. What up, though? Magi. What up, though?
Detroit City, we be rolling through your hood. We be balling down your way all day.
The time of times. I'm not saying all that shit again. I don't care that the mic was muted. How y'all doing? We out here. Welcome 5 viewers. I've been sitting in the damn chair all day, fermenting and marinating, and now I'm up. Mima made food. I wasn't really that hungry. Y'all should hear me now. I guess it's just a little slow for the chat to roll in on me. But thanks for letting me know there was no audio. I saw my shit blinking. Anyway, I was eating. I don't have much of an appetite today. Surprise, surprise. And I guess that's it. I just wanted to come on the internet and fucking chill. Some people in the chat are saying, "What's up, Beebs?"
What's up?
Here's the link
Hello,
again. If
everybody.
anybody feels like coming on, if you don't feel like coming on, that's okay. I could give a fuck less. Honestly, I don't give a single shit about anything ever. And if I ever portray that I do care, I'm fronting because I don't give a fuck. Right?
Yeah,
That's right.
that's right.
That's right.
Like that picture of you at our friend's house. He's like, you're like this. With your little cute pants.
That's good. Welcome, 7th viewer. Yeah, welcome, welcome, 6 viewers. Anyway, you know the damn drill. I'm bored as fuck. It's 7 o'clock, and we're going to be chilling here at least an hour. I'll probably do a minimum of an hour. Hopefully, we'll get some guests on here that can carry us out into 9 o'clock. And then at 9, I'm going to fuck off so that we can watch the Patreon. It's the slideshow today. Slideshow spectacular, whatever the fuck they're calling it. It's part 2 of the slideshow. And what I remember from the first slideshow, the first slideshow actually was dope, right? Because that's where they saw the picture of Fat Ronnie and then went crazy and said that they were going to put out the new Dog Beats reissue. And that's basically exactly how that shit went down. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I was talking to my mom the other day, and I don't even have any idea why. Well, I mean, I do have an idea why, but I had like this repressed memory. What up, young fox? Sorry about the timeout thing the other day. I'm pretty sure that was you. Studio 17, we believe in censorship. So fucking, you're all right, but fall in line, okay? Or you're going to get timed out again. And anyway, having said that, I had this like memory that came up in my mind on yesterday, I guess. And it was about when I was young, like so young, I don't even remember what age. It would be at least when I started grade 3. So however old you are then. But I don't think that it was necessarily grade 3. I just know that what I'm about to say happened when I was mad young, and then it wouldn't have happened when I was so young that we lived in the old house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, so what I'm saying is this. I had this memory that my mom used to have a scooter. And I was talking to her about it. And I asked her what she remembered about it. And she just said that she remembered my dad got a scooter for her. And I had like this repressed memory about it. So I contacted Service Ontario, which is like what you do for renewing license plates and hunting licenses and health cards and shit like that. Excuse me. Like, I guess the DMV. I guess it pretty much is the DMV.
Yeah.
But it's not just the DMV, because you could do more than just your vehicles there. Anyway, she remembered that she had the scooter, but of course she didn't remember what brand or type it was. So I contacted the Service Ontario, and I asked them if there was a way to see everybody's previously registered vehicles. And then the answer obviously is yes, there is.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the cost of it is. But if it was like, 15 or 20 bucks, it would be worth it. Because I had to get a UVIP for the bikes, right? And the UVIPs, they were like 20 bucks, weren't they? Yeah. So I'd like to get like, but it's not a used vehicle information package that I'm getting. It would be like, I don't know what the technical term for the document would be called, but it would be a document that shows every vehicle that a single person has had registered in their name. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they had the bike registered in my mom's name or if they had it registered in my dad's name. But I think I'm gonna see what's up, and if it seems feasible, which I mean it does seem feasible right now. I'm going to try to find out what kind of scooter my mom had back in the day. And then beyond that, I think that this is probably accurate as well. If you're registering vehicles with the government, right, then that package most likely should have a VIN number associated with the vehicle that got previously registered. So you could probably run a UVIP on that VIN and see who owns that bike last. Imagine if we could get the bike that my mom originally owned. That would be fucking crazy, right? Silent J says, I bet your mom rode a Harley. No, I definitely remember that. It was like a little moped that she had, you know, drive it, and then I can't show my feet, but 2 feet on the floor, no foot controls. But I don't remember at all, like very clearly anyway. And so I asked my brother, I saw my brother this weekend, and I asked if he remembered. And he said, yes, I remember mom had a little moped here at that house that I was talking about earlier. And then in the house that I grew up in before I went to grade 3, I guess he was saying that my mom had like a little red scooter. And I couldn't imagine that he was getting it mixed up with the Passport. So I wonder if my mom had like another Honda back in the day that I don't even remember or know about.
I don't know.
I mean, neither do I. It would be cool though, eh?
Mm-hmm.
To find out what she had and whatnot. Go for it, Blake. Yeah, I'm gonna see what's up. I mean, we already got 2 scoots, and you know, Mima like obviously is not like she'll let me do whatever I want whenever I want to do it, whether she supports me or not. But I can tell that she doesn't really want me to even bother looking into it because she's afraid that if I buy a bike, where do we put that? And there's no room,
Yeah,
and then
like
this and that.
We don't need
Buddy,
another one.
calm down. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? We don't need another one. It's not about needs. It's about want. We don't need the 2 scooters that we got either.
Well, no, Blake. It's we forget it. I don't even want to get into it here with that.
What's that? The internet? There's only welcome 10 viewers. It's only the first double digit in the entire English numeric system. 1-0.
I don't want another bike. That's the problem.
Why not? You don't
Because
even.
we have 2.
Okay.
And that's what we.
Well, we have 2 vehicles. Should we get rid of your car?
Well, Blake, no, but we
Well,
don't
what's the
need a
difference?
3rd bike.
I got a 3rd car.
Oh, but you know what, Blake? You're not using it, and it's sitting in somebody's property for a couple years. No work has been done to it.
I know that part sucks,
Okay,
but if it
so
did run, it would be here. You know that,
have
right?
Stuff here in the shed that isn't working, and no, we don't need another one.
What do you mean stuff in the shed that isn't working?
Yeah,
What are
like
you saying?
Your riding lawnmower.
That I'm already giving that away. What's
Well-
the big deal? Mima's a fucking party pooper, y'all.
I am not
Today-
a party pooper.
Today, the
Okay.
neighbor's kids were fucking riding their bikes in the parking lot. She's
Don't
like,
get them to hit my car, Blake.
why are those kids riding
No,
so
you
close to
make
my
it sound like
car? That's
Well,
exactly how it sounded.
You know what would have been funny if it was his truck and the kid smashed right into his kid's truck, and then what?
So you're
He would've
talking
said
to the
something.
internet right now?
Yeah,
Directly
because-
to the
yeah,
internet?
because they're listening
Okay.
to me, so they would hear me say it. You would get
Silent
upset
J
too.
says, buy another camper.
no.
Captain Flannel says, you don't even ride the Helixes. Well, that's not my fault. That's the government's fault. I actually made some phone, changing the topic slightly. I did make some calls for a couple of different insurance people today, right?
Yes.
I tried to find cheaper insurance for the class of license that we currently have for the bikes. Nobody wants to insure us because we're beginners.
And that's understandable.
We are listening, Nima. Yeah, okay. Calm down, Captain Flannel.
Why? What's he saying? Oh, thank you, Captain Flannel.
Wow, it's already 15 minutes into the show. I've done 10 minutes. Great.
I'm gonna come home one day and you're gonna have every kind of bike that there is parked here.
I mean, like,
And-
you're fucking being like a bit egregious. Is that the right word?
Okay.
Egregious? Let's look up the word egregious right now. Egregious. I spelled that wrong. Oh, it starts with an E. I spelled with an A. Outstandingly bad. You're being
Okay.
or shocking. Outstandingly bad or shocking.
Okay.
It also means remarkably good, but I'm not using it in that context right now.
I don't care.
You're being a little egregious
okay.
with your claim.
Yeah, well, because it's true.
How do you know it's true? Well, you can predict the future now.
Because it kind of
You're gonna come home one day. My mom had a scooter. I've never been interested in scooters or bikes, and then I get a couple.
Well, we
and
got
then-
rid of two to get a bigger bike. So what? We're gonna go back and get another one for it to just sit there?
It wouldn't sit.
No, Blake.
What do you mean, no, Blake? What do you mean, no? How can you say no to planning something that you? I don't even know what fucking kind of moped it is. It's
But as
probably a
soon as
piece of
you-
shit that I don't even fucking want.
As soon as you get that information, you know how you are. You're gonna want it, and you're not.
Well, I'm gonna
stop
if I get the
until you
information,
get it, and that's gonna be a
sell a
problem.
Helix and buy the moped. No, I'm not gonna. Definitely not do that. Calm down. Anyway, with the pandemic in life happening and never stopping ever, you never go to America for a gathering of the Juggalos or anything. Again, it's like, yeah, I bought the two bikes. I bought the Helix. I bought the Passport, and then I bought the Helix because the Helix was superior to the Passport. And then, yeah, I sold listen, here's the truth, okay? Reality check, bud, all right? And you know that this is the truth. The only reason that I sold those two Passports was so that I could get money for the second Helix.
Big Will broke.
Fuck Big Will.
Yeah, you're right, Big Will.
Blake is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Blake is ridiculous. Calm down.
Yeah. I can see Big Will.
She can say no because it's her money that buys the mopeds.
Yeah.
Calm down.
You said it, Captain Flannel.
What are you clapping and laughing about? Why are you still laughing and clapping?
Because he's so right.
He's not right at all.
Yes, he is.
Anyway, one, fuck everybody, okay? And then two, if I could get my mom's attention enough about it, I'm going to try to determine what kind of moped she got. And then, yes, I am going to look into them and see if it's worth trying to obtain one or not. So that's kind of the short end of that. And that'll be cool when if it happens. But beyond trying to get a third moped, like a third bike, okay, get triggered in the first 30. Yo, shut up, dude. How about that, okay? Calm down. Aside from getting a third moped, right? Or whatever you want to call it, a third bike. Were you reaching for this? Did you just move your hand to reach for this?
I saw it in there.
I fucking doubt it, bud. Do you want this?
Yes. I saw my hand in the screen, that's why.
Fucking break that hand here.
Blake, break your hand.
Aside from the concept of wanting to obtain a third scooter, yeah, we do have two Honda Helixes that we don't ride already, Captain Flannel. Fuck you. Here's the damn deal. As I've said before, and I'll say again to pad out the entire hour, I don't give a fuck. I said this whole thing 1,000 fucking times. Here we go again. The motorcycle class is 3 different stages in the province of Ontario. M1, your beginners. M2, your second stage. And the final M class, full M license, That's how it works. When you get an M1 license, it's valid in Ontario for 90 days under normal circumstances. Pardon me. And within the confines of those 90 days, you're obligated to wait 60 days. What is funny?
I'm just reading what Captain Flannels wrote.
Blake is a smooth talker. He's like, hey, bud, want to band. What? I don't even get it.
I think he said bang underneath.
Want to bang, huh, bud? I don't even know what's going on right now. Anyway, the first class of the license is good for 90 days, and within the confines of those 90 days, you're obligated to wait 60 days before you can get the second part of your license, aka the M2. And so where we live down here in Ontario, in Windsor area, I tried to book the classes to get the M2 license. However, the classes that were available essentially would have been day 91 and day 92 within the confines of the validity of an M1 license. So I was unable to procure the purchase of a class in this local area. So the closest next spot was up in an area called St. Thomas, which is near Mima's parents' place. And so I booked those classes for some time that was not day 91, 92. It was in the confines. Yeah. It was within, like I said, the construct of the 90 days. And so that was like right at like the very beginning of April, the end of March or the beginning of April, we went and wrote for our licenses, and that's how I determined their validity.
Yeah.
And so hence we booked the class in St. Thomas. Now, that was right at the beginning of April. Now the premier, Doug Ford, the premier of Ontario, he's like putting the province on another lockdown, and this is a very stringent lockdown. Like initially it was implemented for only 4 weeks at the beginning of April, and like the first week of April, like the end of the first week of April, like the 6th or some shit like that. Anyway, now in the middle of that, he's like, actually, we're going to do 6 weeks now instead of 4 weeks. So the classes that I booked in St. Thomas were for the weekend of May 21, 22, 23. And currently our stay-at-home lockdown order is set to expire May 20, okay? But we can't go to St. Thomas on that weekend, 21, 22. They're pushing everybody's courses back because April is closed and the first half of May, right? So everything's fucking getting pushed back. So I said, well, fuck it. Just push my class then from St. Thomas to Windsor. And then one small sentence that I've omitted from the entire thing here is that as long as Ontario is considered to be in a pandemic state, the validity, the expiration of the M1 license that is only valid for 90 days, that is currently not applicable. And that is the case where the validity of expiration does not apply to several things in Ontario right now, like car licenses, bike licenses, and whatever. Getting your sticker. We got to get a sticker on our fucking car every year. That is postponed. So everything's just on the fucking back burner. You're not obligated to do anything.
Well, thankfully, we did our sticker. Now.
Yeah, you're not obligated to do your car sticker, but for the bike license,
pay double the price.
Yeah, you're not obligated to pay for 2020 because we're in a pandemic state. But if you were able to go and buy your sticker in 2021, then you also have to pay your back pay for 2020 as well. Yeah. So there's no point to skip it if you can afford not to. Captain Flannel's out there saying doesn't even have his bike license yet and has 2 bikes and wants another. Seems logical. Well, here's the thing. Let me say it again. We do have licenses. Mima and I, we both have M1 licenses. We could go and legally ride other motorcycles that are insured right now. That's not a problem. The problem is our scooters are not insured. And like under the M1 license, because it is a beginner's license, nobody wants to insure the drivers. Nobody wants to insure a beginner motorcycle driver. So it makes zero sense. Listen to me closely while I yell about this, because the shit is fucking retarded. Why are you going to issue me an M1 license that's only good for 90 days and then tell me that for the first 60 days, I can't even insure the bike? AKA, I actually can insure both bikes if I was spending Mima's money. You know, make the jokes you want. I'm just saying. It was $3,700 for 1 year policy on one bike.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's too much money. Nobody wants to insure beginners. But then if we go and take the riding course,
that's different. It'll lower it.
Yeah, it lowers the insurance drastically. So if you want to do beginner's insurance, you're forced to take a 1 year policy, and that 1 year policy for us for one bike is $3,700 basically for the whole year, liability only. So whatever 37 twice is, 74 or 74, I guess.
Yeah.
So $7,500 in fucking insurance for both bikes, liability only. You know what I'm saying?
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. Dicks, big time. And so that is what's up. We have licenses, okay? We can go and ride bikes. That's not a problem. We just are not paying $4,000 for $3,700 for each bike for a year of insurance, when initially we only anticipated requiring regular license coverage, expensive insurance, 60 days. Because then I'm going to go and get the fucking class and get the cheap insurance, which, if I didn't say out loud yet or not, is $975.
What was the one that you got a quote today?
I called another company today. They said, we don't even offer M1 insurance, okay? But if you get the class and do M2, $788, which is almost $200 cheaper.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll do more insurance quotes when the time comes nearer to obtaining our actual licenses.
Right.
But so going fucking crazy about it still for another couple minutes, it's like it's
stupid the way they have it.
I don't understand that shit. Like, why? It's because, well, if a beginner, what stops me? Like, how are you going to charge me, like, you know, $3,700 for a year of insurance, okay? And then I don't ride at all for 60 or 90 days or whatever. And then I go get my M2 license with a class. And now I have 0 hours riding experience.
Right.
But my insurance is only, well, I got like, let's just assume I got 8 hours of riding experience in a parking lot with the class.
Right.
And that is good enough to reduce the insurance quote by $3,000.
Really
it's just all about fucking money.
I know that.
It's all about money. And then talking even more on it, you know, we spent $475 Canadian dollars plus tax for each of us individually to take the class. And like, if she ever, both of the bikes, well, that's not even the right thing to say, you know, because they want to put you on the policy as a rider, which, you know, that should fucking reduce the insurance even more.
Well,
you got two people riding the bike and both people took the fucking class. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's driving me up a fucking wall. And then all I want to do is ride the fucking scooters. I got a scooter last year in November, right? because like I got the Honda Helix last year in November. And I knew that we were not going to ride it in the winter because you couldn't take a class or anything.
Well, most people wouldn't do it in the winter time.
Either way, all I'm trying to say right now is this. I got the bike in November, and then we were looking for a second one for you, right?
Yeah.
And then we got that one basically in April. So from November until April, like I wasn't riding at all, thinking about the bikes every day. And then in April, we went and did our tests and got licensed, and now we're good to go, and we still can't ride the fucking bikes because insurance problems. I can't even get a temporary fucking sticker to put on a plate because I can't get a plate without insurance. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just a fucking kick in the cock. And, you know, we bought a bike last year because no gathering. And then we're buying a bike. We bought the other Helix this year because no gathering. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm trying to be out there riding, not thinking about riding away my woes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Blake, I know.
I just want to ride. I just want to go riding and not worry about all the bullshit that's going on. And now it is the bullshit that is preventing me from riding. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
It fucking sucks.
I know, but you gotta let that part go. It'll happen.
All right, well, I'll try to wrap it up then by saying this.
It'll happen.
So I know it'll happen. So once again, here's where I'm at. We both have licenses to ride, but we can't ride the bikes that we have because we can't afford the insurance on the license that we have. We have to wait to get the second part of our license. And in order to do that, we don't need the class. But if we don't take the class, then we won't get the insurance break. Because the DMV, that's essential, right? Could we go there and write a test today?
No.
It's closed also. Drive test where we went to write.
They're closed now.
Well, I meant like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, we could.
Yeah, so they're open. So, like, I could still go. We could still go and book our M2 class, but it would be directly with the DMV. And the DMV, it's a different test. And I don't know what the cost is.
I don't know.
And I do understand that taking that DMV course doesn't entitle you to any cheaper insurance break, unlike these government-sanctioned classes like Learning Curves or whatever the other one is. You take it at the college, I guess, the college course. So, yeah, I mean, we could go and ride, but just not our bikes, and that's where the kick in the cock is. So, anyway, the last sentences are this. About the bikes. They are... We got the licenses, but we can't ride our bikes, but we could ride other bikes. Oh, so like I was saying, the class got booked at the end of May in St. Thomas. Now I fucking asked to have it rescheduled down here in Windsor. And it's like, they said, no problem, we'll reschedule it in Windsor. So that part actually is a good part. And then I was supposed to get a confirmation on Thursday or Friday, but they haven't sent one. And then I forgot to send them a message today, so I should do it later tonight or tomorrow, about rescheduling confirmation here in Windsor. And these are now the real last sentences. I believe that because our class was booked at the end of May, and they started this pandemic shit at the beginning of April, they're going to push us back the whole 6 weeks, cuz. So now it's like, what? You know, now we got to wait until the beginning of July, potentially, to go and get the motorcycle license.
Well, Blake, yeah, I guess so.
And then I'm not making any moves on the licenses, and I'm not making any moves on the bikes until we get the licenses, because the pandemic is dictating everything that we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So like, it won't be until after we do the class and get the M2 license that I'm going to start looking at safeties and legitimate insurance quotes. So then all that shit is going to take like a week or two.
Those to insure, once you go, it's only a few days or so, Blake.
Yeah, well, okay, so it's going to be a few days to do some insurance hunting, get the insurance, and then also a safety, and then and then the all the plates and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's say that it was all
At least
rushed.
a week for everything.
A minimum of 1 working week.
Yeah.
Or not a working week, but like a whole week.
A whole week at least.
Well, I'm rounding up to 2 weeks because everybody's so fucking slow on the pandemic. So if we get pushed back until the beginning of... You're wearing panties.
I know.
So if we get pushed back to the beginning of July, essentially, for the classes,
Yeah.
then it's still maybe a week or two until we get our bikes legit on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I would think
Like, we're not going to be on the road until the middle of July, bro. It fucking sucks.
Jay, but that's how it is, God.
Okay, calm down. I'm the one that's getting excited here.
I
You
know,
calm down.
because every day you say the same thing about it. I understand, but we have no control over this part of our life. Like, they have it in their hands when we can ride our bikes.
So you want to have 3 scooters that you can't ride. Makes sense. You're right. Listen, you can make the investment now and then get ready to put the bikes on the road later. I'm upset that I can't ride right now, but once the appropriate amount of time passes that I can ride legitimately, then we're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a 3-stage system, like I was explaining, and how hard it is to transfer into the second stage because of the pandemic. That's all that I've been blabbing about. And then, so here's the other side of it, carrying on. Once you have your M2 license, that license is valid for 24 months. However, or no, you have to wait, excuse me. It's good for more than 24 months, I believe. It's good for a couple years, more than 24 months. But if you don't take a class and you obtain your M2 license, then you have to wait 24 months. But if you take a class, then you only have to wait 18 months to get out. And that class is $375 up front. So I don't know. I'm not even worried about the full M-class license yet. I just want to get the M2. You know what I'm saying? I figure that shit out. And then, so $6K to insure a bike. That's like a year worth of rent payments. Yeah, exactly, bro. Almost less than a year of rent payments. A little less for me than a year of rent in this fucking trailer park home. Yeah. The higher the risk, the higher the insurance. New driver, never rode a bike, tend to be the ones that wreck in bike wrecks because higher hospital bills and such, the insurance has to pay. So, yeah, more you cost them. Yeah, that's not lost on me. But fucking $3,700, and you have to sign and if you consent, you have to sign a 1-year policy for that insurance, when that bad driver insurance, you really only need it for 60 days, because if you take the class, then you get the lower insurance. So what's the point of making the insurance so fucking expensive that you can't afford it to go and get any ride time? You don't have any experience when you go to start the class, which is only a weekend thing. They should offer a premium insurance that is 60 or 90 days or month-to-month payments that you can cancel at any time. That would be better. That would be better if it was more like that. But I understand, what's happening is not lost on me. What they're doing is just getting fucking paid and then covering their ass for new drivers. But they make it basically financially implausible. They make it implausible to want to ride the first 60 days. And now the pandemic's pushing me back even more. I'm so excited, you know what I mean? To fucking get on the scooters and fucking toot around. Blah, blah, blah. But it sounds like this is because you more worries than less. I don't know what that means. Throttle Therapy says, I only pay $34 a month for my street bike insurance, and they insured me, and I don't have my M1 license. Are you I only pay $34 a month for my street bike insurance, and they insured me. I don't have my M1 license. How old are you? You look young if that's your picture, but you have a helmet on. You just have a small body in the picture. That's why I thought you might be young. So there's this person. Are you Canadian? I assume that you are since you're referencing the M1 license. I'm 28. Do you live in Ontario? Yes, you must, because M1 is applicable to Ontario. So this person, I almost said the word kid. This person who is 28 years old, this young man in the chat says that he's 28 years old, that he only pays $34 a month for his street bike insurance, and they insured him, and he doesn't have his M1 license. How do you manage to insure something that you... I mean, well, you need a license to submit at the DM. We learned that when we were doing the thing. What do you need? You need insurance, a license, and what else was it? A plate?
Yeah, you need a license plate.
To ride the bike legally, you need insurance, a license, and a license plate.
Right.
Well, you can't get the license plate without insurance. So if you don't have an M1 license, okay, how did you get insurance on something that you don't have a license plate for? Because I would even love to do like the thing where it's fucking... I would love to just be able to put a plate on the bike and put a temporary sticker on it, like a 10-day or whatever. Anything to ride right now, I would love to try to do, except for, and obviously, pay $3,700 for the fucking year. And I'm just going to keep blabbing about the bikes. Big fucking deal. I got nothing else to talk about right now. I'll put the link in the chat. If you want to talk about bikes, come on. If not, it's an open platform. You can come and change the topic, but this is on my mind right now. Interrupting myself to put the link in the chat made me forget what I was going to say a moment ago about bikes. I don't know. I'll just be repetitive and say I just want to ride, man. You know, I wasn't too impatient about it in November. When November we got the first Helix, what I was very excited for the spring to come so that we could go and write the licenses.
Well, everything was going that way up until this stupid pandemic or fucking bullshit happened again. Not the pandemic, but the lockdown.
Yeah.
It would have been, we would be still waiting to go. It'd be like, you know.
Right now, in this moment, yes, we would still be waiting under normal circumstances to go to St. Thomas to do our first test, but
I'm going to be nervous that day. Just for a little bit.
I wish we could go and guess. And I'm like, if I don't have any interest, I called the Learning Curves place, the classes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what if I don't care about riding a clutch? I got a scooter that is like an automatic.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, that probably wouldn't be so bad, but the bike doesn't have any insurance. So what if you hit somebody, accident, while you're doing the class? Who's liable? You know? And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I didn't even think about that. That's why they want it to be insured.
Could you get a blanket policy covering all of your things? Well, I called the insurance. I called my truck provider insurance, and I spoke with a couple other insurance companies. The bikes, I own them, and they're registered to me. But if Mimo is going to ride them, we're just going to put both of our names on both policies, so that we could just interchange the bikes, you know, as we see comfortably to do so. And so could you get a blanket policy covering all your things? I think are you kind of saying what I'm saying right now? If you have your one insurance company cover all your shit, it makes it a little bit cheaper. Yeah, sort of. It kind of works like that, but not really, because like maybe the insurance company that insures her car or insures my truck, they may quote me a higher insurance rate than what I could get from somewhere else. So like there's whatever, names of companies. So yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think there's one blanket thing like that I can just shove everything into and have it covered. Here's another slight change of topic. Talking about insurance. I've had the camper since 2014. I bought the camper in April of 2014. So I had that now for what? 14 to 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, April 2021. So I had the camper now for 7 years. That's fucking crazy to me. Isn't that crazy? 7 years is a long time. And the entire time that I've owned the camper, I've never had any formal insurance on it. I figured if it gets into an accident, no insurance is going to fix the fucking 40-year-old camper, cuz, you know what I'm saying? So I just always figured I got like some type of, I don't even know anything about insurance. I'm going to assume liability insurance because that's the minimum requirement to have. So I think that I've said this before. I'll say it again right now. I pay 255 Canadian dollars a month for my truck insurance, and I've been doing that for a couple years. Okay, it's fucking raping the fuck out of me. And I hate it. And this year is going to be the year that we change that because I ain't doing that no more. I'll fucking take the damn truck off the road and drive it illegally before I fucking pay $255 a month.
No, that's correct. We need to find something different.
What's your, you didn't get in accidents like me. What's your insurance?
Well, I haven't had an accident.
What's your car insurance?
Right now, what I pay?
Yeah.
$84.
$85 a month.
$82.
She pays $82 a month for her little car. I pay $255 for the truck. I fucking despise it. I despise that.
Well, hopefully my guy can do something.
Well, hopefully somebody can do something because that shit is crazy. Well, it's been 47 minutes. Mima's rolling a joint, so we're going to stay here for at least that joint. But if we breach an hour and nobody comes on the show, then I'm going to end it at an hour or just after the joint,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love threatening people that I'm going to leave. What up, though?
What up, though?
What up, though?
How you doing, buddy? You like it like this, right? Are we on the domination station right now?
Yeah.
I thought so.
I forgot to do the Bennett Boys Live fucking logo too. Shit. What up, though? What up, though?
What up, though? I don't even fucking pay $255 a year for my car.
It's honestly, the thing is too spooky. He's not working. He doesn't have to drive it. I drive it once in a while to work just to get it.
Yeah, to move the oil around.
That's it. Or like if he goes to his buddies. I don't understand why this insurance company is like, you haven't been in any accidents in at least 5 years, right?
There's got to be something like that.
No, because there's a probationary. When I had my accidents, I had to wait 6 years before everything could go down. And now, finally, knock on wood, I've had no car accidents.
I haven't had any accidents or tickets since you moved in.
I've had no tickets. And if I did get a speeding ticket, those 2 times, that one time and another time on 402.
Living here?
Yeah, once here. Remember when I was coming home from Leamington and I was going 120 in a 80-kilometer zone? Well, I paid the ticket right away, so it didn't affect my insurance because it never.
You were going 80 miles, 75 miles an hour in a 60-mile-an-hour zone.
Yeah.
And how much of a ticket did you get?
Well,
$130?
Yeah, it was $62.
$62.
But it could have
been
about
50 American.
It could have been $300. He said, and
yeah, they just say that as a threat to scare you. It's fucking
but
bullshit.
Like, just saying,
I'd be like, give me the $300 one.
I don't understand how this. You've been with them for so long. This is the longest you've been with them. I don't understand how they see that you're not, like, you haven't been driving it. Not that they see it, but you don't drive it. You're not working. So you're not used. That's got to be common sense. They're not using their vehicle as much as they would if they were working.
Well, I said all that shit to them because I didn't understand insurance.
How is
Spooky
it still
Tuesday
$255?
I didn't understand insurance.
It's
like,
crazy.
well, this is too small. I didn't understand the insurance, and so like when I got fired from my job and shit, I never called them and told them that I'm not driving to work every day. I never knew that it even had any fucking impact on anything, you know?
There's this company now, I don't know if they're in Canada or not, but they base their insurance rate off of you individually instead of off of your driving habits. And so what they do is you install this app on your phone, and then when you go driving around, like it keeps track of your speed and like how often you're driving, and then based on that information, like they compare your speed to like what you're supposed to be on the given road, and then how often you drive, and then so someone like yourself who only drives like once a week or whatever,
Not even.
like could get.
Not even.
Well, I'm just saying you could get a much lower rate, like because I don't know if they have this company in Canada, but I used to hear a lot of commercials for them on the radio.
I never heard.
Yeah, I heard some stuff about shit like that too. I don't know much about it.
I've never heard. I just think it's crazy. Like, it's not even a fucking sports. Like, I can understand if like he had a vehicle and it's a sports vehicle, and you know what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't even drive it.
So, what kind of coverage do you have? Like, what is it?
I think it's
a
full million.
Coverage.
I think it's $1 million.
Yeah,
so you have full coverage.
It's full coverage.
Yeah, so that's why it's so much
coverage when I bought the truck.
Yeah, anytime you finance something, you're required to have full coverage insurance.
Yeah, so I said, just give me the cheapest insurance, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm covered, I guess, for $1 million.
Once you get off of the financing, which I believe you are, then you could drop it down from the full coverage unless you feel like you need to have the full coverage.
I never owned the truck since this will be the first time that I own the truck outright since I have been insuring it.
I mean, you could do that as well, like lower it, like, I mean, because that truck sits there more often than it does. We use it to go basically camping and to go to our friends in Windsor, and
yeah, we don't use it for a lot.
And that's pretty much it. Or I take it once a month to work.
So it gets its regular use, only it doesn't fucking go to work. That's it.
Right.
So it's not a daily driver anymore.
Right.
Dino says, what about when Mima killed that old lady with her
God.
car? That happened before, like, it's out of...
There's the statute of limitations.
Statutory, you know what I'm saying? Enough time passed.
Yeah.
What did he say?
What?
What'd you say?
I said,
the statute of limitations.
Statute of limitations, yes, thank you.
So I was coming on when you were talking about bikes and stuff. We talked about it backstage the other day. I contacted that, I guess it was last night we talked about it. I contacted that guy this morning. So I'm going to see about maybe going to get that bike tomorrow. I don't know. I'll be able to make it
Congrats.
happen.
The red
So we'll
one?
see.
The red Honda? It
was silver, but it was a Honda, yeah.
The one that you said I'd like, or a different one?
A different one. I showed it to you.
Yeah, I remember that you showed it to me. I just only remember that Honda. Let me bring up the ad right now. I guess it would be the V45. No.
It's a VTX.
VTX, I got it. So that is a really nice looking bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's really nice.
Anyway,
I don't even think with my bad back that I could even like easily straddle one of those bikes.
I mean, well, you never know. They look
think
pretty
you lift
comfortable.
Big
let's go to the next picture. Go to the next picture.
I could totally see Spooky on that bike.
See, it's not that wide. Looking at it from that angle.
Yeah, it is mad narrow.
I mean, it is a nice bike, a very nice one.
Well, this is the kind of bike I started on, and then I traded it for a different bike, and then I traded that one for the one I have now.
And then
I've always regretted. It's 1,800 cc's.
Holy fuck!
So it's 109 cubic inches. Which, like, back when this bike was new, was a big deal. It was the biggest production bike on the market, but today's day and age, it's not the biggest anymore.
Do you like the skull a lot on the gas tank?
That's pretty much the whole reason I'm gonna get it.
You know what I like about that
Yeah.
too? It's a nice clean bike, and I like the colors of it. I like that it's
It's been heavily customized. That paint's not factory. The tail lights not factory. Like the pegs have been replaced.
it's very clean looking and very well kept. So
Yeah.
it's a nice,
Since
sleek-
an
Which
old
tail
guy
lights are
has it.
factory? The big
A
one or the
sleek
two
bike.
little ones?
Say that again.
Which light isn't factory? The big one or the two little ones?
All three of them.
So there's just no light on the back?
No, there is, but it's a different shape. The factory light's a different shape.
So what would you put in those little side bags?
Oh, you could put a sandwich
It's
in the
whatever you, whatever you need to take with you. Honestly, if this would be.
Sorry,
I've never had saddlebags on a bike before.
So it's like what, like a box bag type thing? There's no compartment
Yeah.
in it?
No, there's most of them don't have compartments in it. Like these are fairly cheap. You can tell just by looking at them. They're not that expensive. I mean, that still probably costs $200 for them, but
Yeah.
comparatively to like customized ones that are like hard shell boxes and stuff, they're pretty cheap compared to those. Like if you had a hard shell box that was like paint matched to the bike,
Mhm.
so it would be, I don't know, probably $600.
Well, that is a nice bike, and I think that you're making a good purchase.
1 sec.
Yeah, it's really cheap. So I figure for the money that it costs, it's hard to pass it up. So I'm gonna see about going to get it tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have time.
Damn, that Magna that you showed me is only $1,200.
Yeah, dude, a Honda Magna is an awesome bike. Like they haven't made them in years, but like they run forever. It's only a 750cc bike, so it's less than half of the engine of the one that like we were just looking at the picture of. But it still fucking haul ass down the road. The Magna is a fun bike. So a friend of mine had one. I got to ride it.
I wondered what, like, I know that I spent an hour complaining about my current state of events, but once we push through that, I really genuinely wonder what the future of my motorcycle life will become.
Well, I could tell you based on my personal experience and the experience of other people, like you get complacent with what you have way faster than you think you're going to. And then you just want something different or something bigger. But like you have a different kind of mental outlook on the bike. Like you're aspiring to have the scooter and to be satisfied with the scooter. So maybe it won't apply to you the same way as like most people are into motorcycles. Like a lot of people buy a small bike to start on because that's what everyone recommends. Start on something small, something with not as too much power so you don't fucking wreck yourself. You know, I don't know if you've ever watched the YouTube videos of people who don't know how to ride getting on a bike and they fucking yank on the throttle and then they like don't know what to do and they just keep
fucking pop it.
They just keep twisting the throttle and yeah, they just fucking wreck it. Like I've seen videos on YouTube of people wrecking their fucking nice Harley bike they spent $10,000 on the first day they get it. You know.
Yeah.
So everybody says, "Oh, start on something small, start on something small." So then they do, and then like a week after they've been riding, they're like, "God damn it, this bike is way too small."
Well, I'm feeling pretty good about matching Helixes right now, even though we're not riding them. I'm cruising them around the fuck. Oh, let me change it. Hear this. I could go online and buy a battery for like $60 and then wait for Amazon to ship it to me, or Walmart curbside pickup online only deal. Still would probably be a week or whatever before I can go and get it. So I said, fuck it. I'm biting the bullet. And instead of getting the $100 AGM, I got an $84 lead acid instead. And everybody in the community basically said a battery's a battery for the bike. So
I didn't know if you were...
Yeah.
So instead of paying $60 and waiting a week for the battery to come, I said, I'm tired of not having a battery. I've been putting it off for weeks now, where I could have bought one and waited. It would have been just fine. I said, fuck all that. I'm getting the lead acid battery. It was like $85, I think, plus tax. So I'm gonna be pulling in just under $100 for this battery. And I could have went and got it today had I called before 11 a.m., but I called at noon. So they said it'll be here at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Just come and get it, which is way more of a acceptable resolution to me than to order one online and then wait for an email for curbside pickup. That shit sounds fucking dumb.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go get a battery tomorrow. It's supposed to be one of the nicest days tomorrow. And finally, for the first time ever, as long as the battery works, which I'm sure it will, Mima and I will actually ride both Helixes together for the first time tomorrow. That's going to be the shit.
That'll be
it's
good.
Supposed to be like 26 tomorrow.
Like
that
27, 25.
Oh, they don't
26.
know that one, right? They do the other one?
Well, that's like pretty warm. That's like summer-like weather.
That's like 80 degrees or something.
Yeah.
20
Spooky's
Celsius?
Right.
It's supposed to be like 26 tomorrow, right?
Yeah, something like that.
78 degrees tomorrow, dog.
I'll see. I was close.
Yeah.
And then we had a high of 11 today.
Yeah.
We had a high of 52 degrees today, so we didn't do any riding.
Today it was 80 degrees here.
Nice.
So, about like, I've always been like pretty broke, whether I'm spending Mima's money or making my own. So like, I really see like the future being like holding on to the Helixes and probably like, as long as nothing goes bad in that particular situation, like the next big spending around here, I think is going to be doing some outside work, deleting a patch of grass and pasting in some concrete. But then after that, maybe we can look at like a new golf cart. You know what I'm saying? I want to get a golf cart maybe for something like the Gathering of the Juggalos still, that's still fun to think about. But Spooky Tuesday, I do a lot of talking. I'll say this too, okay? I specifically made the decision to get the scooters because they're road legal vehicles and we can ride them wherever we want, whenever we want to ride them. You're very limited essentially with the golf cart. We couldn't go uptown on the golf cart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we could get on the scoots and go uptown.
Can you ride them here? Golf carts in the
I think that they actually have like a rule that says you're not supposed to, but I do see like couple of people. There's a couple people that have
I've seen some people doing it.
Ever since it's been not Keystone that own the park, things have been really nice. Dude, I'm excited for you to get that bike tomorrow. Are you know that you're gonna buy it or what?
If I'm able to go there, I will, and it's in as good a shape as I think it's in. I will buy it.
Dino says, do you have bike chaps yet? Well, I watched a Fort 9 video where they called it a kit, and I think it's kind of dumb, but now I'm just going to probably start calling it a kit because it's a simple one-syllable word that describes it all. So, bike chaps? No, but me and Mima both need kits, and they want us to get good kits for the class because even though Spooky Tuesday is a good friend, and I respect him, and pretty much everything that he says to me is right. One time he said to me, you gotta dress for the ride, not the slide.
I think I wrote that in the comments, but yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that, and I fully agree. And also parallel with that is the riding class actually requires you to have a kit. And at minimum, it's got to be a DOT-approved helmet, at minimum, full heavy denim covering your arms and legs, gloves, like leather gloves basically, or riding gloves that also cover your wrist, and some type of riding footwear, they call it boot, that has leather that covers your ankle.
Yep.
So that's the kit. I got to figure that out. And then like also DOT approved helmet. They want like full face with the chin, but I don't know. I think
Well,
I might just do no chin and face guard.
from my experience, I'd enjoy the full face helmet as opposed to like one of the, I don't know what you call the ones that are completely open. They just cover where your hair is. It just depends on you. Like one thing you need if you do not have a full face helmet is quality eye protection, quality sunglasses.
Right.
And like you don't really think about it when you're not riding, but once you get on the bike and you're going 50 miles an hour and you catch a bug in the face, like you understand why. Like you got to protect your eyeballs. Plus, just the fucking wind alone dries your eyes out if you don't have good eye protection.
Yeah. That's not something that I've yet had the opportunity to experience, but is only like the most logical thing to say. So, yeah, I want to do that. I want to make sure that we got good kits. I don't necessarily want a Canadian tux. I saw some really nice shoes that are made for riding, but I can't find them and nobody's selling them. And now everybody just bro, I got a fucking scooter, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that it goes 75 miles an hour, but I'm not shifting gears. I don't want to be wearing some leather boot when I'm riding. I want to get something a little more aesthetically pleasing, something that looks a little more like a shoe.
You can get boots that are more shoe-esque in style, but like I said before, you said that you got to dress for the slide.
Yeah.
I don't know. One day everybody experiences it in different ways, but everybody experiences it. It's not a question of if; it's a question of when. Like one day, like you're gonna drag your foot on the ground, or you're gonna, dump the bike on its side while you're going, and there's no. It's like I tell my son when he goes out there, nobody plans on getting in an accident that day.
Right.
But either way.
Well, hopefully I can find something aesthetic that is also functional, because right now it's just a lot of it's all motorcycle stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wish that there were some.
There's not a separate category.
I don't know other bike brands and stuff. I'm kind of grasping. I know Fox is mostly dirt bikes or whatever, but
yeah, it's all dirt bikes. Yeah. There's a lot of brands out there, especially if you tap into the European market, which is scooter heavy, because their bike laws are more similar to Canada, the way that you have to acquire your license. But one thing that Europe has is that you don't have a choice. When you first get your bike license, you have to start on a scooter. You don't get the opportunity to start on a motorcycle there. And so they're scooter culture is way bigger than it is here in North America. But I mean, everything's mail order now with the COVID shit. So if you wanted to tap into the scooter market of fashion and accessories, I'm sure there's a lot available. I saw Swagnito suggested you get a Hayabusa. Do you know what that is?
The only thing I know about Hayabusa is that they put those engines in that little 4.2. Remember, I showed you doing it in Endo?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What are
the Hayabusa
bikes?
A Hayabusa is the closest thing to a factory drag bike. It's essentially a giant engine sport bike. So you could go at least 200 miles an hour on a Hayabusa.
Why would I want that?
I think he put it in as a joke. But those are kind of the opposite of the end of the spectrum of what you're looking at.
Yeah. This is Mr. Lee Ho. He's full on Chinese. He's the real deal.
GXR 1300. Yep. So I've always been a fan of the Gixxer 750. I don't know if you know about those licks or not.
None of this like intrigues me. I don't.
Yeah, the Kawasaki H2. Yeah, I'd love to ride one of those one day.
I like this blue one.
Yeah, I don't know. Crotch rockets are not comfortable to ride, especially if you're not skinny.
Well,
I mean, they're not
skinny.
comfortable to ride even if you are skinny. But if you have a belly like you and I do, like they're exceptionally uncomfortable to ride because you have to be bent over the entire time you're on the bike.
Yeah, like I'm not impressed by any of this.
Well, these are all designed for racing. They're not designed for cruising around town, but that's what people use them for anyway. And so, like when you are racing, you do want to be like hunched over and like leaned into the bike the way that the seating position naturally is. But if you're just driving it to the grocery store and back, it's like the most practical bike there is.
Killer 618 is spamming different motorcycle fucking types in the chat now. I already looked at 2. It's enough.
Kawasaki 636 RR. That's a good choice.
I think
ZX6R.
But I just like I would not ride them, even if I could.
Man, Killer, since you're naming these bikes, do you know who Baker, what's his name? Fucking Baker X Derek? You probably do.
I'm unfamiliar myself.
So Killer 618, do you know the phrase cha? Or doll hairs?
You're losing it, Spooky. You having a stroke?
No, this is all from, there's like, if you get into the motorcycle community on YouTube, it's fucking huge. All the moto vloggers, as they call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the community is fucking humongous, man. I used to be like heavy into the fucking motovlog community, but like, I want to say 2011 to like 2015.
That's a big stretch.
Yeah. Well, that was when I was new into riding bikes. I got my first bike 2011. When like I had that sport bike in 2014, it was brand new. A 2014 bike. I had it in 2014. It was the newest vehicle I've ever owned, in the sense that I've never owned a brand new vehicle. But I bought that one used in the same year that it came out. And the guy who bought it brand new, like 4 months before I bought it, got it and lost his license from a speeding ticket, and then sold it back to the dealership he bought it from. And then I traded the BTX that we looked at earlier for that bike, plus like $1,000. Let's see. Is Killer still? Let me look at the chat again.
He said, "I've owned a R1 Champions Edition. I'm St.
Oh,
Louis.
nice.
We are Street Fighters. That's the
Hell yeah.
fastest I've owned lots. Peep some Street Fighters footage."
Man, Killer 618. I do know what you're talking about when you say Street Fighters. I don't know your particular group, but I'm sure you're familiar with the MT-09, Yamaha MT-09. That's what I had in 2014.
What's
So
the bike
bikes
that's all covered in dust that you showed me?
Oh, that was my Harley.
And then
It's not always covered in dust. It just was at that time because I hadn't ridden it for like 3 weeks.
and
You want to look up some Street Fighter footage? Since
Yeah.
we're just sitting here killing time.
What time is it? It's 8:15. Yeah, I'll go another half hour, I guess, since you're here with me.
So look up Killer's group. Like, what did he say? St. Louis? I have to keep going back and forth to the chat. Yeah, he's in St. Look up St. Louis Street Fighters with the RZ.
I'll just mute it if there's like some
It's
music.
the old Bones Brigade.
Which one is Killer 618?
I'm guessing he's on one of the crotch rockets.
Why you came to St. Louis? Yeah, dude, St. Louis is pretty tight. Yeah.
That's Junkyard Kenny. Fuck off with your other friends and their fucking nicknames, okay? We only use Bender Boy nicknames here. All the other ones sound fucking dumb. And you know what? Junkyard Kenny. Who the fuck is Spooky Tuesday? You know what I mean? Fucking- oh my god, you can put ice in your saddlebag.
Yeah, you can fill it with beer,
Okay,
especially if you got a nice one that's waterproof.
there's no real talking here. Dude, I would not do that, bro. I would see. I don't. That's not me, dog. Like I think it looks cool, but like I'm on the like I'm. It's dangerous, dog. I'm not trying to do
Yeah.
that.
I used to do power wheelies on my Yamaha that I had, but so I've never been brave enough to even attempt a fucking 12 o'clock wheelie.
That's Junkyard Kenny. Oh shit. Is this also still Junkyard Kenny?
No, I got that really nice bagger.
Okay.
Oh, you even got four-wheeler guys in your crew? That's cool.
Now allow me to reintroduce myself. They call me J.O.A. to the easy ear. Know that we undefeated, dollar beneath the speeds of trying to air a quick.
So, see, cars
they
have no
just,
place.
like, set up an event or something, and then it's just legal to ride quads up and down the street and be fucking idiots.
If this is all, if it's all like set up through the city, sure, you could do that. But like most things like this are just, I don't know what the right phrase is, but they just like set it up amongst the people that are in the group, and everybody just fucking shows up and like makes it happen. So it just depends on what level they're.
They don't give a fuck.
No, usually if the cops show up, everybody bails and they reconvene in a new location. But it just depends on what kind of a thing you're part of. This looks like it might be like a more of an official thing that's been set up like through the city, and like they're allowed to be there doing that in the middle of the street. I don't know. So let's see if Killer Beta responds. We take over the city. Yep. See, so they're doing it like I was saying. Everybody just fucking shows up and like blocks off the like a section of the street or whatever, and they just take it over for a period of time.
This 2019, this second vlog, this second video, I mean.
I don't know. Are you asking me?
Well, I guess I'm asking Killer 618 if this video that I'm hovering over is the right one, and then I'll just wait for the fucking chat to catch up. Yeah, like, you know, events like this are pretty cool. You know, I don't scoff at any of this stuff. Like, I don't think that it's fucking lame. I just think that it's not me. Like, I just want to cruise any of them. He says, okay, we'll click this second one here. Oh, my bad.
Hey, where are we at?
Like, all these guys seem like super edgy and
Well, you got a lot of adrenaline junkie type people in these
Right.
kinds of groups.
I don't see one come down shirt at all.
Well, there's only one of those, and it's a 5X.
See, like, I don't even. It's crazy because the Helix has like an aftermarket cruise control where you just set the throttle, right? And like, I don't understand how. Like, I understand physics or whatever, and gravity and forces and how wheelies and shit work, and I understand how like momentum functions, keeping us moving forward. So like, I could ride something with no hands, but I don't understand how you want to go like 60 miles an hour and fucking not hold on to anything and then just go crazy. Like,
Well, it goes
I would
back
never
to the
do that.
adrenaline junkie.
I couldn't even physically do that.
Yeah.
Bucky says they block off the streets in Philly to race shitty Civics.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like where I see a lot more cars doing this than motorcycles where I'm at, but like you just have to know where to go. A lot of times the like bike culture that I've been involved with is much more like cruiser based as opposed to like the sport bike based, and so a lot of their shit like takes place on the weekends and late at night.
See, like this is all good and fun and everything for the people that enjoy it, but like I spend my time when I'm watching bike videos, I'm spending my time watching like accidents, you know what I'm saying? So that I'm
See, I hate watching that kind of stuff.
I watch the accidents so that I can try to assess what is like happening and who failed where and why it's like that.
Yeah,
and you
that's
know,
not bad.
and then obviously I end up getting sucked into a lot of like Asian videos because there's so many scooters over there, and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, it's like they don't even have fucking traffic laws over there. Everybody's just driving in any fucking direction they want. It's insane.
Seems like it'd be insanely dangerous to like drive around a two-wheeled vehicle where there's no traffic laws.
Also, it's probably like potentially easier to control something that's going this fast than say like put your feet on something considerably safer like a unicycle. That sucks. See, why would you do that, bro? Why would you want to risk it like that? Not
It's
even
part
your
of
body. Fuck your body, but now your bike is fucking shit, bro.
Yeah, but it's part. A lot of these guys that do this kind of stunt stuff, like they don't care if their bike gets trashed as long as it runs. But I don't know, man. It's just like part of that culture. Like it's like about pushing your limit. Like like the closer you like get to being scared, the harder you go to like just keep pumping that adrenaline.
Yo, Killer618, you better hope that we don't get a problem with the channel with playing these videos, or you're gonna get fucking beat up.
Well, the only problem with playing the video would be the music.
I got it way, way, way super low. Hopefully it's I'll fucking mute it. I literally don't need to hear it at all.
Yeah, because there's no problem with like the people that made this video do not care if you watch it. They want you to watch it. It's not like your Juggalo Blogs content and he's gonna flag you for using it.
Brooklyn Menace says, I like staying home and banging all their girlfriends while they're out doing wheelies, which is really funny. It's like he's just got a line up at his door. He likes to stay home and they all come over.
That sounds like a pretty sweet setup. How did you get like in contact with them all in the first place?
Yeah, all of their girlfriends. I like staying home and banging all.
Especially the ones that end up in the hospital because they're going to be gone a while.
Yeah, I ain't even like that. Come here and let me hold you. See, like the aesthetic of some of these bikes look like they're like street cruising bikes and not like bikes that should be like that one looks like a sports bike. That one looks like a dirt bike.
Yep.
That one looks like some type of street cruising bike that shouldn't be doing wheelies like that.
It is, which makes it even more impressive that he could pull it that high. Like the higher you get with the front wheel, like up towards 12 o'clock, like the harder that is.
I mean, obviously, this is not my culture.
Yeah, there's this.
I just want to be a scooter riding juggalo.
So I used to watch these guys. They did it with all Dynas, all Harley Dynas in their crew, and they would fucking do 12 o'clock wheelies and shit. And they would go out to like an abandoned airport runway, and they'd like make all these fucking videos of them doing all these fucking crazy stunts on their fucking Harleys. I used to watch a lot of their stuff. I can't remember the name of it.
Killer618 says cheaters will cheat. Fuck them if you can. I like leaving with girls at gas stations. We just like kidnap people. Oh, there's more. Sorry. Yeah, obviously, that looked like it was the end of the video, but it's not. Brooklyn Menace says, I looked up lonely girls whose boyfriends like doing wheelies. I like that sentence. Siznak says, a group like this held up the freeway out here the other day, and a truck came and ran one of them down to get past them.
Yeah.
Brooklyn also says, or I wait on the highway for all the bitches that fell off the back of the bikes.
Just scoop them up. Just follow the group.
He's got like a fucking collector on the front of it, like some type of human harvester.
It's got like a snow plow, but it's like shoves them into a large bag. Oh shit!
What up?
Fuck.
What up? Off an elbow.
That bike I was gonna buy tomorrow, Art, just sold.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I know that it's always exciting to want to obtain something new.
Oh well, so I'll find another one.
It's a special plow that spits out all the non-Asian women. Jeez. I feel like... I don't know what I feel like. Where are the videos with all the fucking people? Yes, it is Helix Gang, really. I wish I could find this one simple Honda Helix video that I'd like to show you.
Well, and I gotta drop off here. So get some
Yeah, you
stuff
know what?
done
It's
before-
8:30 on the dot right here. I'm gonna fucking end it right here now as well, and then in a half an hour I'll be at the regular link waiting to watch the slideshow. So I'll catch up with you in a short bit.
Right on.
Yeah, dope. All right, well, that's this fucking unexpected stream. Thanks for watching it. It's Monday night, so we're gonna do this. This is done. And then Tuesday night, we're going to do Big and Butter with me and Big Will. Wednesday night, there's nothing scheduled, and the future currently doesn't hold any new shows for Wednesday. Eddie Upshaw's Vegan Arcade Show, like, honestly, as far as I understand, is not coming back in May. And then this sucks on Thursday, and then maybe a UFCD, I think Brooklyn might have been messaging. I ride a Razor scooter on the handlebars. I'm sure you do. Anyway, enough of the promo. Maybe some challenge accepted might pop off eventually. Stick around to Studio 17 for some new content coming around pretty often. And that's all I got to say. Beebs, you got anything to say? Not really. All right, fuck y'all. Whoop, whoop.